All right, here we are, part D. We're in AI first engineering, deep learning applications, commerce, and here we're doing selling on Amazon, the mom and pop of today. All right, here is the mom and pop of yesterday. Here's the more famous one, the country store. Um, Here is the sort of in-city version of it, and Amazon sellers. And of course, that's a very similar concept on eBay, but I only studied the one on Amazon. And first, let's look at Amazon and notice that when it started back in 1999, it had actually total sales of $1.7 billion, and all but $0.1 billion was first party sold by Amazon. Nowadays, in 2018, 42% was Amazon, 117 billion, and 160 came from third parties, Amazon sellers. And there's some negative comments. People say that the stuff being sold is inappropriate and dirty and all sorts of problems. And but of course, you can return all those things. So counterfeit. So there are, I mean, all of, I mean, I don't think that affects the business model. It just says that it's not quite done, it's not quite perfect. So that if you want to be a small merchant on Amazon, you can do it from your undergraduate or graduate dorm, and you're just manipulating services in the world. There is Amazon, there is essentially an Amazon seller as a service industry. And here is an Amazon website telling you about actually a key part of it, fulfillment by Amazon. That means if they buy something from you, Amazon delivers it and has Prime and all that sort of stuff. Then there are all sorts of value-added software. The one I looked at was called Jungle Scout, where there's Helium 10 and Viral Launch. And there's a rather different approach to the whole thing. There's Shopify, which is a hugely successful company, which is building e-commerce sites for anybody. Here we have tutorials and training on Amazon sellers, and we have Seller University. And you have to register, which I never did, but there is similar material which you don't have to register for to find out what you have to do to be an Amazon seller on YouTube. Okay, we'll just have a little bit of a diversion here to look at Shopify. It's not such a well-known company, but it's one of the most incredibly successful companies there are. It's, I think, more successful by far than eBay, for example, which is extremely well-known, plus existing merchandisers like Etsy and Kohl's and Best Buy, which are selling things online. What Shopify does is it helps you sell online. And it's sort of most competing with Amazon sellers as opposed to Amazon sellers, which is not so customized. You have to really live in the Amazon ecosystem. Shopify allows you to build your own website and provides all the resources you need to do that. And its the current capitalization is over a mere $100 billion, which ain't so bad. And it's more than General Motors, if you remember the car case. And so it's obviously thriving, partly due to the pandemic. It was doing very well before the pandemic, and what the pandemic has done is accelerate the need for small businesses to move online. And Shopify's main focus is small businesses because those do not have the in-house IT staff to be able to do their own web commerce site of a sophistication that will be good. And there you can see here their their revenues, and you can see they really shot up in second quarter 2020 due to the pandemic. And not surprisingly, the subscription model, which is less committal for the people doing the subscription, is more successful. then you can presumably, that probably costs more for the customer, but you can pay for it on if this Shopify works, you just pay for the subscription from the increased return of your e-tailing. And I think everybody expects Shopify to continue to thrive. There is another company called ecommerce which has a similar business model, but it's not nearly as well known and as big as Shopify. Thank you. Pretty interesting. All right. So anybody can be an FBA seller, and all the merchandising things is done by Amazon. All you have to do is to ship your product to an Amazon warehouse, where the robots will take it over and do all the rest. And even you don't actually even have to ship it, because there are many manufacturers who will ship the products you choose directly to Amazon. Now, if it's FBA, Amazon gets 35% or so of the money. And the only thing you have to do before you ship is put an Amazon number tag on every merchandise so the robot can recognize it. And you have to somehow put the price of your product or the uniqueness of your product so good that you're in the so-called buy box. If you go to an Amazon page, we'll see some later on, you will find that on these products they have also it's either directly sold by a particular Amazon seller, or that there is, as well as Amazon, you can buy it from Amazon sellers, and then it lists one or two on the page. That's the buy box. Then you have to you can click a button and get all possible sellers, but that is not very common. And if you want to do this, you can, I've seen videos of this happening. You go to the discount day at Walmart and look for toys on sale. You take your cell phone and this is $23.16 at Amazon, and at Walmart it's on sale at 99 cents. Well, buy it. And so you buy the ones from Walmart, you stick on your ASIN, and you ship to Amazon. Alternatively, you can just do everything remotely. You're going to have your own branded sleeping bags, and so you have your company name put on the sleeping bags by the manufacturer, and the manufacturer adds the ASIN and ships to Amazon. Then you use this software I mentioned, like Jungle Scout and Helium, and you use that to sort of try to make the best job of selling. And you use pay-per-click ads, and you make the web material and the product information to show how wonderful your products are. Here is an example of Jungle Scout. So we were trying to be a seller of Indiana University products. This thing up here is the Jungle Scout box. And here it tells you about, you open a page, it will go into that page and tell you what's going on. Most of these things here are actually sold by Amazon. But notice there's more buying choices. That's where the Amazon sellers live. Okay. So if you look at any of these entries, we give the definition of these columns. Most of them are self-explanatory, like monthly sales and daily sales, monthly revenue, how many reviews there are, the rating and the rank, and this is the product name. If you look here, well, the Windcraft NCCA unisex adult standard, that's from, not quite certain what it is. It's this thing, it's decal. Okay, well, that's pretty simple. So this is sells for not what is it, 10 daily sales. It is price is $1.49. Not it's a decal, so it's not. Indiana playing cards and so on. Well, none of those are sold per month. Here we have Actually, it's the NCCA products that sold. NCCA men's hat, 1,600. That has a decent revenue, 32,000. On this page is the only thing worth doing. So that's an illustration of how you decide what you think you might want to resell and how much, what the right pricing and everything. Remember, Amazon gets 35% of whatever the price is. Here are some more popular things. NCAA, not Indiana, and we have monthly sales of, here we have 11,396, and we have reviews, we have non-trivial ratings and ranks, and I'll mention LQS and seller type. Well, seller type is who ships it, Amazon, FBA. Amazon is Amazon Direct. FBA says it came from a third party and Amazon shipped it. And here's the opportunity score for this page is 6, medium demand, but and not much competition. Here's books on deep learning, and this is medium demand, opportunity score 8, again low competition. These are actually books that we even use. So where is the Goodfellow book? Here, this one here. That's $35, 391 monthly sales, $13,500 monthly revenue. Anyway, all these books are making solid amounts of money. Anything on deep learning makes money. So here's more detail on. You can go in and get detail about see the deep learning book. It tells you the sales per day, and you can see after it climbed here, and now it's actually slightly declining, but not. It's pretty solid. Here's so that tells you whether selling this particular book is dying interest or rising interest, what have you. Here we have vacuum cleaners. We're in a different ballpark. We have much more revenue, 907,000 and so on, and we have much larger average selling price and things, and this is high demand and high competition. Opportunity score 4. Because obviously you want to find high demand, low competition. That's the best. Here we have the meaning of the Jungle Scout data. Daily sales, customer comments on the listing on the page. FBA is fulfilled by Amazon. FBM, which are not so many, are fulfilled by merchant. Types of seller in the buy box, listing quality score, how good the advertising for the item is, comp is the competition, and it weighs up everything, and you want a high opportunity score. It is a factor in the demand for the product and how many sellers there are, and the quality of the similar listings. So the last slide says that actually Walmart is doing the same. And I'm sure eBay, I don't know, I assume it's doing the same. And it's doing an e-commerce fulfillment service. WFS, Walmart, instead of FBA, WFS. And it's available to sellers throughout the US, and it does everything for you. And so WFS is obviously trying to help Walmart compete with Amazon, which is actually pretty successful. Walmart's a very successful company. So over here, some statistics: 55% of 1,000 brands sell on Amazon, 30% on Walmart. and 40% of the brands that sell on Amazon also sell on Walmart. So people tend to make a choice. And of course, we are competing for 1 day, 2 day, and now for with the virus multi-day delivery. That's a February article again before the impact of the virus hit. All right, so that's the end of this interesting discussion. I think it's sort of exciting to see this stay-at-home commerce opportunity, which really just requires good intuition for what people want.